Hello, I am Quinny. Welcome to the channel. In this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about the big breaking news across European football. Erik Ten Hag has been linked to RB Leipzig. Leipzig are maybe going to be coming in and stealing him from Manchester United's grasp, smashing egg all over their face after losing to Everton 1-0 at the weekend. The laughingstock of world football, guys, continues to grow. We're going to have a lot of fun talking about this. Of course, regular viewers of the channel will know I'm an avid Leipzig supporter and very close to the situation there. What do I think about Ten Hag to Leipzig? Is it likely? What are the possible outcomes of such a thing? What does it mean for Manchester United? What does it mean for Ralf Rangnick? All of that and much, much more, guys, at any point in the video today. If you do laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like and subscribe and share and retweet and all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble. And let's get stuck into it. If you could hit the subscribe button, I do daily global football content, everything from Wonder Kids and Rising Star Managers to fantasy football and watch-alongs. That will also automatically enter you into my April giveaway. This month, I'm giving away a 1 of 100 Belgium Youth International, Ewood Pletench, and 2 limited goalkeepers. If you want to stick around to the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, first and foremost, when it comes to Erik Ten Hag, what I've not kind of highlighted myself personally, one thing that I've realised hasn't really been brought up in the kind of overall conversation about him, Manchester United, etc., is, you know, Ten Hag did actually get a bit of a reputation over the last 2 seasons for knocking jobs back, you know, famously with Barcelona before Koeman came in, I think maybe Spurs, maybe Arsenal, Leipzig as well. After Nagelsmann left, Ten Hag was on the shortlist and he knocked that back, and that's why Jesse Marsch got brought in from Salzburg. So he's very motivated, he's very interested in stacking the odds in his favour with his next job after Ajax. He will have looked at Peter Bosz, who moved from Ajax to Leverkusen to Lyon with very mixed success to be kind, and obviously Frank de Boer, who left Ajax, and you know his catalogue of his managerial career from that point onwards really nosedived and really hard. So he's been very considered, he's been very careful about his next move, and fair play to him in that regard. But for me, like, I don't get why Leipzig would want to bring him in at this moment in time, because Domenico Tedesco has been a breath of fresh air, honestly. The football he played with Spartak Moscow last year was amazing. I'd never watched Russian football before, and I ended up watching Spartak because of fantasy football, so rare, and I watched 1 or 2 games because they've got like a YouTube premium thing, Russian Premier League, and you can watch all the games in the league for like £4 a month or something on YouTube. And Moscow under Domenico Tedesco, it was the exact same as watching Leipzig now, exact same shape, and they were always second or third, really getting high in the table, lots of fun to watch, and he's just transplanted all of that straight into this Leipzig team, and they've been absolutely phenomenal. They are the informed team, you know, behind Bayern Munich, of course, in the Bundesliga at the moment. I hope they get past Atalanta in the midweek and we'll have a really good Europa League run. But everyone is on song. It really has the whole team pulling in the same direction. And Leipzig haven't looked this good since Nagelsmann. And if Tedesco can keep this up, there's, you know, and I know Nagelsmann got to the semi-finals and all the rest of it, right? But there's a strong argument that this Tedesco team really could be the best version we've had of Leipzig. So if you're RB Leipzig, you've got to be looking at this and thinking, right, if we have Tedesco for 3 or 4 seasons, what is the ceiling on that project versus a 3 or 4 year cycle with Ten Hag? What's the ceiling on that? Because Ten Hag had been approached before by Leipzig to come in to replace Nagelsmann, and they must be thinking to themselves, if he does go to Manchester United, then, you know, the opportunity to bring Ten Hag in goes down the road 3-4 years, potentially 5 or 6, depending on his success at Manchester United. And maybe it doesn't happen ever at all. Maybe he then goes to Bayern Munich to replace Nagelsmann at some point. These are the kind of things you'll have to extrapolate when you're a team like Leipzig. A lot of these teams throughout Europe who play a particular way have got to be always tracking the managers across Europe that play the sort of football that can plug in and play with their philosophy, that they've built this fantastic infrastructure around. And that fantastic infrastructure will be a huge carrot again to Erik Ten Hag, because he's not following Nagelsmann anymore, who's just reached the Champions League semi-finals, and you're selling Timo Werner and you're losing Upamecano and Ibrahima Konate. You know, Ten Hag, you know, that's what put him off, was all these moving door situations. Marsch and Tedesco have came in, all these new players have came in, and now finally it looks amazing. So that infrastructure, all the demands he's setting upon Manchester United that he wants, will be the stuff that Ralf Rangnick already has in black and white in his contract that he has control over. Ten Hag will have been in interviews now at this stage, and he will be at least mildly aware of the sort of targets that they're looking to bring in, about to bring in, on the cusp of signing deals for, as well as ones he's about to let go. And those moving pieces have made Ten Hag want to go, whoa, if I'm coming in, I actually want to keep this guy, and actually these other 3 or 4 guys you're planning on keeping, get them out of here. And then it becomes a real honour situation with Manchester United, because if that is the case, if Ralf Rangnick does have all of that stuff in his contract, in his remit, the board have trusted him to be almost this kind of interview, this kind of purgatory interview to be a football director for them. You know, you manage the team for a little bit, get under the bonnet, see how everything actually works, smell the training ground, smell the atmosphere, see all the interactions and dynamics within the squad. Who's the bad apple? Who's the guy that needs a platform to shine and grow? And then move upstairs, pull the strings, orchestrate, bring a manager in that can facilitate, etc., etc. So Ten Hag and Ralf Rangnick cannot be completely on the same page with some targets, or in terms of, I doubt it's over outgoings. They'll probably be on the same page with who needs to leave, but there will be a few. Maybe Ten Hag thinks the priority is more in attack, maybe Rangnick thinks there's more of a priority in defence, for example. I think if Leipzig want Ten Hag, I think at this stage they can definitely offer far much more to his career, his enjoyment as a football coach, his development in the, I say, an overall environment that Manchester United can, hands down. Leipzig is a much better job for Erik Ten Hag at this moment in time, hands down. He could definitely go into that team, as we know the success he had in European football also with Ajax himself. He could definitely go into Leipzig and be very credibly thinking straight away about challenging for Bundesliga, for going deep in Champions Leagues, for going deep in the Cup with the current squad and with the likely transfer targets and transfer business that Leipzig have lined up already for the summer. So it does then come down to Ten Hag as a person again. What sort of job does he want to do? And I say, with the jobs he's previously knocked back, we know he's motivated by stacking the odds in his favour. I think it would be absolutely crazy to knock back Leipzig if they're coming in for him. I get why Leipzig would go in for him. I say if you look 3-4 year, if that's your kind of picture for managerial situations, then I can understand why they would do that, even though everything under Tedesco then now is absolutely fantastic and there's no complaints from anyone whatsoever. If you do think his ceiling is kind of like, you know, second or third in the league and maybe a Europa League win or something, and Ten Hag can offer you more over the same 3 or 4 period with Nkunku in the team, and Simican and Guardiola and Laimer coming back fit, and all these guys that are knocking about that squad at the moment, then I can understand that completely. Now, if Rangnick, let's say that happens, Ten Hag goes to Leipzig, Ralf Rangnick fulfills his contract in the sense that he moves upstairs, he brings somebody else in to play Ralph ball, and, you know, they make the moves that they plan on making, Ten Hag doesn't interfere in that, whatever. Domenico Tedesco would be a fantastic shout for Manchester United, because he can come in and play that exact same sort of football that Rangnick has already drawn out the blueprints for at the club. You know, as I say, I watched him at Moscow play fantastic football. I've watched him do it at Leipzig, just take like a duck to water and come straight in. And, you know, Leipzig were not in a great shape when he came in. You're under Jesse Marsch. They could not keep a clean sheet and they could not score goals. Everything in the middle was typical Leipzig. It was fine. And when he came into Moscow, they weren't really doing great either. They'd missed out on Champions League football and stuff like that, you know. So big clubs in their demographic. Manchester United is on a different scale. Of course it is. Completely different scale. But the Pochettino fronts went quiet. And if you don't get Ten Hag, really who else is there out there? So that'll be an interesting one to watch develop. And I'm looking forward to see where Ten Hag's priorities are. Is it going to go to a dynasty club and re-emerge them and try and get them to the top of the table over 5 years? I think the board are prepared to wait that length of time to bring glory back, because they don't seem overly motivated by trophies. They're just more concerned about the balance sheet, of course. Or it says motivation is going to be the here and now, the next 3 or 4 years. I want to win stuff. I want to be competing now. I don't want to build a dynasty. I don't want to recover a dying dynasty. So that really comes down to that man's motivations, because these two clubs that are now in for him, Manchester United and Leipzig, offer, you know, money doesn't even come into it. He will be paid fantastically well. He'll get to work with the best players in the world, regardless of who he goes to. You know, every player we're talking about on these videos and these situations are the best footballers in the world, even though sometimes they play crap and make mistakes. But to get to that level, you know, they're elite athletes, you know. So then comes down to Ten Hag's personal motivation, and based on the previous rejections that he's dished out, I think he's going to pick Leipzig. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and retweet, and all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's get into all the giveaway stuff before I let you go. I'm still doing monthly giveaways and I'm making it easier to enter. If you want to be entered to win this month's prize or any future giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, you need to be a subscriber to enter, then leave a comment down below. Each month, a random comment from a random video will be selected as the winner, so the more videos you leave a comment on, the better the chance you've got of winning any of my giveaways. All the winners are announced at the end of videos the same way as we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. As always guys, if you've enjoyed the video today, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. On screen now is some other stuff that I've made that YouTube thinks you might enjoy. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.